I loved, I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think one lesson of this whole story, people don't care about geese. People really hate geese.
That was Rich Lowry from the National Review accidentally saying the N-word. I'll leave it up to you whether or not it was an accident that he said the N-word as it came to the Haitian migrant crisis and the story that I believe is ginned up to stoke racism in our country. And I think Rich Lowry is actually just kind of saying the quiet part out loud. But on to the main story. Donald Trump is back on the campaign trail. The campaign trail is him being on his phone talking to the internet, which is generally what he does on the campaign trail. He was this time on an X space hosted on X, which is Twitter, owned by Elon Musk, which turned to X and now is just a Nazi-infested place on the internet. That's where Donald Trump decided to hang out tonight. And this is what he had to say. And keep in mind, just yesterday, Elon Musk was asking this: why aren't Kamala Harris and Biden getting attempted assassinations? Keep that in mind, because this is what Donald Trump had to say.
Backup question to that second fold is, this was the second attempt in your life in under 2 months. What do you make of that?
Well, there's a lot of rhetoric going on.
Right.
A lot of people think that the Democrats, when they talk about threat to democracy and all of this, and it seems that both of these people were radical lefts.
Quick fact check on that. The people who tried to assassinate Donald Trump, one was a conservative. The other one, it seems like he voted for Donald Trump in 2016. He voted for Biden in 2020. And he wanted Nikki Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy to run on some sort of joint unity ticket. So this person's political leanings are very vague and not sticky at all. So there's that. But it seems like this has been the talking point now. This is the talking point handed down by Trump down to the rest of MAGA, that because Democrats say rightfully that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy because he tried to overthrow our democracy. He is a threat to democracy if he tried to stop it from happening. That is why the assassination attempts are happening, even though there has been no evidence at all that that is the reason why these violent incidents have occurred. Here is J.D. Vance reciting the same poem.
I think I was without a question bothered by it more than he was, and I was in Cincinnati, Ohio, 100 miles away from where this went down. But I do think that we should take this opportunity to call for a reduction in the ridiculous and inflammatory political rhetoric coming from too many corners of our politics. And I know it's popular on a lot of corners of the left to say that we have a both sides problem. And I'm not going to say we're always perfect. I'm not going to say that conservatives always get things exactly right. But the big difference between conservatives and liberals is that no one has tried to kill Kamala Harris in the last couple of months, and 2 people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out. Somebody's going to get hurt by it, and it's going to destroy this country. Somebody is going to get hurt, and you think about what an incredible wound it would open up in the United States of America, all of us. And I promise I will do my part to tone down the rhetoric, but in particular, the people telling you that Donald Trump needs to be eliminated, you guys need to cut it out or you're going to get somebody hurt.
This is masterclass gaslighting. Just incredible work here, because the people who have created this situation are now the ones telling us to cut it out. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are the ones who have heightened the rhetoric in this country. Donald Trump, if he would have just said he didn't win the election and that Joe Biden won, good luck, Joe Biden. He went to the inauguration and said, good luck, I'll see you in 4 years, and I wish you a great presidency. Do you think we would be in this situation right now? No. This all starts from the big lie that Donald Trump told because he's a little baby and can't admit that he lost an election. And so it all started from that. Democrats are trying to steal this country from us. Democrats are trying to steal the election, stop the steal. And so if you're talking about rhetoric that has inflamed our country, please start there. And let's just keep in mind that I just did a quick search on Donald Trump saying Democrats and Kamala Harris are a threat to democracy. I literally pulled up the first 2 clips that I found because there are so many. Here is one.
We can't allow her to be president. She's going to destroy our country.
She'll ruin it. I mean,
On her.
She's going to destroy our country. What kind of rhetoric is that? How about this?
So if you want socialist health care, nation-wrecking inflation, the death of American energy, and a lying radical left liberal San Francisco extremist as your commander-in-chief, then Kamala Harris is your candidate. She's the one for you. Just like she destroyed San Francisco, she will destroy our entire country. And let me tell you, it's in pretty bad shape right now anyway.
So she's going to destroy our country. The only thing Democrats have said about Donald Trump is that he is a threat to democracy and that he'll be a dictator on day one. These are things that are true. Donald Trump has said many times he wants to be a dictator on his first day of his second term, and Donald Trump tried to stop the free and fair election of 2020. There is ample evidence of it. He's actually going to go to court over it. If he doesn't win the election in November, that is another reason to try and get as many people as you can to vote. But the fact is that Democrats are not inflaming the situation. We are just pointing out the House is on fire. It is not our fault that the House is in flames. The arsons are the ones who burned it. And now they're mad at us for pointing out the House is on fire.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?